That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This is known beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. We will soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of EpicMike16 disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zach Gremerai go? What dark truth lies behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? The past left us four keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. When all the questions have found their answers, the final truth will begin. The final trial will begin. The final truth will begin now. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. The terrible trials saw me present for evidence. It ended half finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answers will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There's something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? It's LR to jump between the past and present. Well, let's begin 7 years ago in the past. Right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now you know the game. Let's play. The nightmare trial was over. And the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this. Probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review's board decision, it's hard to work when your attorney's badge had been taken away. "7 years ago. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Oh, he's back there now. Interesting. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak.
We're on the other side?
It's not clear on what side we're on.
Yeah.
Forger of fake walks freely. So now we are the one out. Well, the innocent language within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything. Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. Stage awaits. What, may I ask, awaits you? Little piano in a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? Shooting a magnificent Gremerai for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valiant or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. In order to get closer to the truth, this is a place to start. And they removed our badge. We can't present it anymore. No.
Rip. I was wondering about that.
I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear. Never even touched it. Glory spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance itself is a revelation. Revealing what? That Grimoire killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. Certainly been the public's opinions take on it. Grow tired of my cage. And the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Plan on jumping back into magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valiant. Also, yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valiant Grimoire has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? See, in this light, the trial was quite good to me, no? Verdict or no? And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. Suspicion on you hasn't left entirely valid. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zach Grimoire followed. Let's not speak any more of who shot who. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. More interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? Ah, the trick up his sleeve. Haha. Perhaps you do not know. What? Great magician never reveals his secrets. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case, can show me the locks of people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Oh, that's a good shortcut. You don't have to go into your evidence anymore.
Thank God.
Trick up his sleeve.
Oh, the music's different.
Fine on the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take life is not long for this world. That's asking someone to commit murder. Our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. He got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess, it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troop lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy also so often means danger, doesn't it? Let's make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. So we probably don't have it.
Yeah, I don't think we have it.
Or it's the pistol.
Can you investigate the diary and see if there is any other pages?
It'll go straight to here.
Can't go anywhere else.
Everything has been set.
Okay. Yeah, I think we got to go elsewhere.
Yeah,
Come back there, lad.
I think we need to figure out about that woman. Maybe that woman died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up for them.
You think she's dead?
I think she's dead. I think she like they've shown a picture of her and them multiple times, and I feel like probably at some point something happened between the three of them, and Magnifi was covering it up, and he's like, "Hey, do what I say or I'll expose it."
I'm still with the love triangle theory. "7 years ago, District Court, Defendant's Lobby, number 2.
Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I don't want to have to remember that day.
Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There's one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this.
When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir! Meekins! You want Meekins? You want me to?
You've been talking a lot. Down on your hands, floor on your head. Now, now, now.
What's the big idea? My ears.
No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here. But that would mean...
But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
Zoink! I just say it like it is, sir, and I'm usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
Poor Meekins. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago.
No recollection of that, sir. Come on, dude.
Huh?
For me, working on a case is always the present progressive tense, sir. There's no past and there's only now, sir.
Okay. You're the bailiff, right?
Yeah, sir. Court bailiff. Mike Meekins at your service, sir.
Fast to meet was the bailiff at his court who let the magician escape.
Let me try and make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir.
But you were regular at the police officer once, right?
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you were the one in charge of security at the time of the vanishing.
I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir.
For us, it's a hard knock life. For us.
Thrown out of the precinct, I lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
Guess I wasn't the only victim. Last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform.
Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. But last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me.
That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
So here I am, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff.
But your uniform.
I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. So you were the one that let the magician get away that day.
I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs full of hope, then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zachariah's disappearance?
All the humanity.
That's enough of that.
Why, yes, I have to say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, and some guy's face is right there in front of me, face.
So you saw someone suspicious coming your way.
Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk cat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram.
I have a diagram of the court building here.
Okay. Courtroom number 7, and there I was, sir. All by myself, near a friend to call my own.
Okay, and which way does Zachariah run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up like this and around the corner, like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw the magic run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here because it was lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone. Vanished like a puff of smoke.
My guess, hid behind the door, wait for Meekins to come in, and then ran out the door. Just a little slide turnaround.
Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. How many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it caused me an indescribable pain. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit that it's difficult to vanish into thin air. You did search the lobby. As I would say,
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir.
How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished.
Absolutely, sir. I saw with my own eyes. The red silk hat, the flowing cape.
Red silk hat, huh? Isn't it pink?
He ran right in there, right inside this room.
Silk hat, cape, that's Zach alright.
But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir. Ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking?
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Cyclops, I should have known. Let's see where it starts. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey, what's with the atmosphere all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm going to find out what. Zachariah vanished from his room. How did he do it?
How, sir? Well, I can't say. As I, sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here and... Listen, I was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
Little girl, huh? What did you just say?
Yeah, sir. Did I just say something, sir?
No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in the room that day.
Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir! That day she was here in the room, sir? But he wasn't.
So maybe. I'd maybe be able to do it. You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
In my days as a police officer, literary days, I've learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was not how to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
There's no way Zach's 7 foot tall. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would take a little girl for Zachariah. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. Think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? You don't have anything about a trick.
Yeah, nothing yet. Been a while. Get to talk to Charlie.
Yep. 7 years ago, right in Code Law offices.
Good morning, Daddy.
So glad you came, yeah.
Yeah.
Two weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Druzy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. You need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. It's hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So
no mom.
I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. You can look up some places you might like to stay at. So weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Huh? I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney!
Actually, why don't you just call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
That was quick. Yes.
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year.
Oh,
So thanks, Daddy.
ah.
Oh, in this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know.
Ah.
Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Ah, thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge?
There he is.
My mentor's favorite plant, Charlie. Guess watering Charlie is now my only real job now. Wait, I have a child now. I can't feed Trucy like this. She probably needs more than an occasional watering too, I'm guessing.
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do it, yes. I just don't know much about anything other than law. We don't know much about law if we were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean, like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Grammari.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too. Wait.
I think an 8-year-old had just massaged my ego. What? You think of something?
Yeah, I don't want to think about it that way, though. I had a really rough thought.
Do tell. Do tell.
Nah, it's a Phoenix Wright game. It can't be.
You never know. Come on, spit it out.
What if yay old Magnifici is actually the father?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Cause for murder?
Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, or is that Grammari?
Daddy, sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy is so amazing. The biggest star at Troop Grammari, and they're big.
Grammari's. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zack and Val and Grammari together, you know? Once they made a giant waterfall right there, on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess. There was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top.
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I should have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? What about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. So Trucy,
So Triffy. Oh,
you're
yeah.
a professional.
Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids? How stupid.
Right. So in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
That's right. Well, want to see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Yes, show me. Actually, I'd like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
It's a spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da! Hey, Fox, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen. I knew it was gonna be him.
Ah! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service.
She's gotten, as she grew up, she got more subtle with controlling his mouse. Like with this hood, like you can clearly see her moving her arm. Like you can clearly see it. When she's 15, like you can kind of see her hand moving still, but it's not as like obvious. Certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? Haha, I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Now my routines do get a bit hardy at times. Get it? Get it? Yeah, she is moving it.
My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. So it was Mr. Hat that Meekin saw.
She saw. Did you tell me? Damn it! Oh, good thing you sneezed. You heard nothing.
I heard it. Could you tell me more about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. She was always there with Zach and Valent, smiling. But then she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion. But she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so. Here's the accident that was discussed.
I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this, here.
So it is her.
Oh.
This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Her name is Thalassa Grammare.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. Now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. I don't think the mommy just simply vanished. I think that's what her dad told her, but something went wrong in that magic trick and she died and they had to cover it up.
Hey, Daddy, you won't.
Don't worry. I won't vanish. I promise.
Right, you can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan.
Wow. Imagine being called a backup plan by an 8-year-old girl.
Good Lord. Daddy always had to have a backup plan.
Guess all I rate as is a backup plan. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay after all. We're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
But we're representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes 2, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any tricks? Not old standbys? This one won't do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy. Welcome to the team, Daddy-O. The team. Right. I read it. Fuck. Too late now.
Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. Trucy, happy, smiling. Trucy was the light. She was my light.
Oh, shit.
7 years ago, Drew Studio. Okay.
It is shambles.
Well, this is a different place, I believe is what they were saying. Or is this a new place they moved to? I figured.
Well, it's the same layout.
I figured you'd come here sooner or later. Yeah, it's old man. I decided on sooner, Drew Masham. Was it?
I haven't done anything illegal.
And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions.
I suppose you have that right.
Oh, these are actual lines. This isn't reviewing it. This is the one above the newest one.
That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I made quite an impression on me.
I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations.
Phoenix right, was it? I'll answer when I can.
Not so sure, but feels like I'm being watched intensely.
Oh. There she is. This is my daughter, Vera. Say hello.
She's gone.
Shall we begin then?
Wait a minute. Maybe I'll just sit on over here for a closer look. It's an awfully small frame. What's inside? A stamp?
Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
Oh.
That's Zach and Valent, the Grammary. Oh, shit.
Now that we have a color photo, I noticed something.
What?
The outfit the mother is wearing is the outfit the modern day Trucy wears.
Trucy. Yeah.
It's the same colors.
Same all the way down.
That's Zach and Valent Grammari. The Grammaris, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year. When the Grammaris were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth.
I went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
That's a pretty bottle.
Ah, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. Belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. What if the poison was in the bottle somehow? Because if she was biting her nails, that would mean at some point a trichonine must have gotten in the nail polish, because that would be where she put it on her nails. And if she bit her nails in nervousness, that would expose her to the poison at that point. What's this red envelope?
Ah, don't touch that. It's quite important.
Painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it. This is you and Vera?
Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter, why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice? We can point this out. Off small frame. Turn stamp to ground rights inside. Okay, so nothing. Let's talk, Mr. Masham. Judging from this place, you're a painter.
Not, sadly, a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. A source of considerable embarrassment. If I would be able to get by if it were only at me.
Your daughter?
Her mother grew wary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation.
Forgeries?
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for.
But some of your works aren't paintings, correct?
You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting.
What?
Do you think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial? I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why did you take the job?
I was well paid, very well paid.
I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But a copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
Then let's talk. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
I guess it would be a little different from paintings.
That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, I sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy? Yeah, it had to be different in some way.
The client gave me 2 things on that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document that I can only surmise was written by my client. Printed?
So you used the real writing as reference to reproduce what the client wrote.
Yeah, as I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them, not personally. It's only 2, so. I think we should drop this and go to the courtroom guy and then come back here.
Perhaps, yeah. Something about his work. Okay, we'll just speed run to it. So you saw Trilogy. All right. Tell me, does this trick look familiar?
What's that?
That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a walking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat. He really exists.
Yay.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zach Gramery exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him to a corner room, sir. Zach Gramery, don't even think you can escape Meekins. Down on your hands, floor on your head. Hello? Something the matter, mister?
Trucy helped them escape. Oh no. I just now realized, like, wait a minute, Trucy helped them escape.
Oh, I clicked that one in immediately. What the hell?
Sometimes I'm dumb, okay? Sometimes I'm extremely dumb. You should know
As soon as we pointed out her portrait, I'm like, yeah, she helped. I didn't piece it was Mr. Hat doing it, but I did piece that she was part of the illusion because of the same outfit. Something the matter, mister? No, that is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Gramery, do you know him? Oh, I love Zach Gramery. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see, that's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, that's very same Zach Gramery came into this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later... I just happened to walk into the bar and see him,
Mr.
Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
So it seems complex. What really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby 2. Along with Mr. Hat.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you were standing in the shock and amazement, the magician rounded the corner. Most likely runs into the closest door into lobby 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner, rather lukewarm pursuit. In the very moment, Trucy runs into lobby 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away her amazing Mr. Hat.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for a briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zack Gamory's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. On a scattered remains of a measly eaten chocolate parfait.
Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on the account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me.
Actually, about that girl. Sort of her guardian now.
Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's a stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe. Because that's what we want.
Mr. Meekins? It's a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir.
I look forward to it. All eyes were on Zack Gamory that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again.
He gets murdered first day in.